Hello my darlings, it's Dean back with another video. In this video, I've worked long and hard on because it's something that I battle with and have been battling with. I've battled with this throughout all of my reselling and my reselling journey through eBay, through Poshmark, through whatever, through graduate school. Like, this is just something that anybody who is working on a big goal, big dream, financial, whether it's financial or spiritual or, you know, in however you want to tackle a goal. Today we're talking about productivity hacks. And for me, I think that I'm pretty productive throughout my day, but I definitely have that like squirrel mentality. If you've seen me shopping, then you definitely have seen this. Like, I just have see what I just did? I have so many ideas, and I think it's because I'm a creative by nature. So I have so many great ideas. I have so many things that I want to do in a day. I can get sidetracked easily. This happened with me with my graduate program and working on my doctorate, and I've just learned some things to kind of bring myself back. So I said, you know what? Let me get out some pen and paper and write these down and share them with you, because I'm definitely suffering with the same thing, boosting my reselling business. So let's get into it. These are productivity hacks to make your day go smoother and stay on track. Okay, you ready? All right, let's go. Number one, and I think it's like 8 or 9 tips. I think I'm just gonna jump around. But number one, I actually did this summer, and it had to do a lot with my aunt passing and just not being engaged with Facebook as much, or Twitter. Like, you know, you go through that season where just nothing really matters, you don't care about anything. And so I actually deleted my personal Facebook page, and I deleted my Twitter account because it just felt like noise. Well, in this season, I'm actually really glad that I did, because I don't have Twitter and Facebook as a distraction. So it really, you know, whatever's going on there, I don't know. I'm not spending minutes or hours scrolling. It's just not a part of my day. However, me and Instagram, me and YouTube, I love, especially with the makeup tutorials. I can be on YouTube all day if you let me, especially because now, like, on the side, you can go and like see all the videos that are related to that video. I can get stuck in that loop with YouTube forever. Same thing with Instagram. I can get locked in on Instagram and just not get off. So what I actually do is log off of Instagram and log out of YouTube. And I know with YouTube you could watch videos, but when I like to leave, likes and comments on the people that I really enjoy. And so for me, not being able to engage is like, oh my gosh. So I log out of YouTube and I log out of Instagram. And it helps me, because if there's something that I really want to see, I have to go in and like log into it in order to be a part of the community and the conversation. So that helps with me. And the way that I think about it with Instagram, especially if you're with Poshmark, if you're spending an inordinate amount of time on Instagram, that's time that you could be sharing and being a part of parties. That's time that you could list, because you're literally doing the same thing. Just like you scroll through Instagram, you scroll through Poshmark. So that's something that works for me. Delete social media if you're there. If it's a time waster, log out or just simply delete. Like I said, I deleted Facebook and Twitter. I'm still on Instagram and YouTube. I still have my business Facebook page at Styled Dean, but as far as personal, it's just, I couldn't do it. I actually was listening to a podcast with Pat Flynn, and he had somebody on there that was talking about social media, and he says he actually has an iPad that is specifically for social media. So he puts the Facebook app, Twitter app, all the social media apps on that iPad, and he doesn't have any of those apps on his phone that he uses daily. And I think he said he put it like in the closet or somewhere. So if he wants to get on social media, he has to actually physically get up, get that iPad, wherever it may be, log in and do all the stuff. And he's like, by the time he does that, he's not even interested. So that may be another avenue for you. If you have a secondary device, put all of those apps and social media apps on there, and then have just your work phone be your work phone. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, I like to set up my workspace for the next day. So it's really, especially because I have this office now, I can do that. If you're working out of your home, don't leave it as you ended it, right? So make sure to put the stuff that you're listing, you know, box it up, put it away, put it in its bins, you know, put away your tape, your scissors or whatever. That's where I got all that stuff from the Dollar Tree, if you've seen my Dollar Tree video. I get the item that I'm going to be posting next. I put that up on the mannequin so that I know when I come in the next morning, I'm ready to start taking pictures and getting ready for the day. So set up your workspace the night or the day before the day that you're going to come in and work. Does that make sense? So if you're working out of your home, you know, clean it up, get it tidy so that when you come in the next day, you're not like, oh, I gotta go through all this. I actually have a little corner where I take out 5 to 10 items that I will be listing the next day. So I set up the mannequin, and then I have items that said, okay, tomorrow this is what I'm gonna work on. So, you know, that's a great hack for me. Accountability partner. I have a husband who is left brain. Is that who it was? Left brain, right brain. I'm a creative, so I can be all over here. My husband is not. He's very like A, B, C. I'm like A1, B, 19, C, F, X. That's how my brain goes. He's like, no. So if I get up in the morning and I say I want to list, you know, 20 items, he's going to check with me at the end of the day. So did you get those 20 items listed? Did you get that YouTube video done? Did you go thrift? Did you do this? Did you do that? I have a best friend who's the same way. Okay, so this is what you said you were going to do this week. Have you done this? Have you completed that? Have people in your life that are going to hold you accountable. For me, like I said, it's my husband and my best friend. It can be Instagram groups. There are so many, not Instagram groups, Facebook groups. I know that when I was on Facebook, I think that's the one thing that I missed, that I may set up like a dummy, well, I have like a dummy Facebook account because I have my Facebook business page. But that's the only thing I miss. Facebook groups are so great. If you can find a great Facebook group for accountability purposes, that's so great. And that goes to my next hack, is the challenges. So when you're in Facebook groups, they often have like list challenges and picture challenges and different things that you can do to just make sure that you're achieving something every day. I know you guys know I love Nicole State, and I love when she partners with different resellers and does the different challenges, like list 100 today, list 500 this week. I love that kind of thing because it keeps you in the race. It's like when you watch the Olympics and you're watching, of course, Usain Bolt, you know, and one of my people, them. When you're watching him, it's like watching, the track team. When they're running and they're running in sync and you're able to look over at like Usain and all these amazing ones, it keeps you in the game. It's like, I gotta beat him. You need that. I need that. I don't know if that's something that you need. I need, like my husband says, I need to run with the Clydesdales. So I'm looking to the right, to the left. Okay, we're all in this thing. We're gonna list 100. Let's get it done. Let's partner up. Like, let's get our goals together. So Facebook groups are great for that. Different Instagrammers, reseller Instagrammers will often do challenges. Like I said, Nicole State is my favorite. She's like my bae in my head. So I do a lot of her challenges. This is what it worked for me in the education setting, and that's work 50, rest 10. In the education setting, it's kind of known that your brain shuts down after like 50 minutes, and so they always recommend taking a small break and then coming back to the work at hand. Because if you're just pushing, sometimes you're getting sloppier with your pictures, you're getting sloppier with your writing. I did this when I was, writing, well, I'm in the process of writing another book. My brain just kind of turns to mush, and so I like to work for 50 minutes and then give myself a 10-minute break. Now, this is the thing. You do whatever you need to do in that 10-minute break that's not going to distract you, because what I'll do in my 10-minute break is watch a makeup tutorial on YouTube, which takes me to another makeup tutorial, which takes me to another makeup tutorial. So it's actually self-defeating, because my break will end up being 30 minutes. I'm like, Dion, get your life. So, get up and walk, when I was in Chicago, I used to play with Riley for 10 minutes, watch TV with her, hang out with my husband. Whatever you need to do within that 10 minutes so that you don't get distracted. That is a challenge for me, because like I said, I will go and watch a YouTube video, and then it's like, it's always telling you what's next. I'm like, I gotta watch that. Anyway, another productivity hack, and as I'm talking about in Chicago, a lot of what I did, especially if you're a part-time reseller, a lot of the listings that I did, I actually did during commercials. So I have a husband who, because this is his love language, when he's home, he wants all of my attention. And there is a point. I got this office because, like I said, like when I'm in his presence, he wants my full attention. And so when the office was in the house, like in Chicago, you know, I could just dip back there. You know, he's watching Rally, let me escape and do some work. And he's like, I miss some time with my boo. And I'm like, I miss you too, boo, but I got to work. When I'm here, I'm working. And when I'm home, I try to be home and try to be present as much as I can. So if you're a part-time reseller or someone that's not necessarily having to list, you know, 50, 100 items in a day, one of the things that you can do is list during your commercials. I did that a lot. I would sit, because my husband is a movie buff and loves, you know, Star Trek, Star Wars, all that stuff. I would watch it with him, and as soon as a commercial hit, I'd be like, okay, let me go and list 2 or 3 things. That is the bulk of how I got Poshmark together. Because I would list 3 items in a commercial, and by, you know, the end of a 2-hour movie, you got like 27, 30 items listed. That is like the hack of all hacks. Let everybody know the Dion Dean told you. List during commercials, okay? It works, I promise you. This is kind of self-explanatory, but I'm so guilty of this. I cannot judge anybody on this. Don't shop until it's all listed. Hunty, if I took a picture of all this stuff right here that has not been listed and I'm still out in these streets, I'm not the only one. I have, and I called it a death pile on Instagram once, and somebody called it a money pile instead of a death pile, because I was like, my death pile is mounting up, because I love to shop. I love to be in the stores. I love the creative aspect of shopping, but don't shop until it's all listed. I am working on this. I have not, it's midweek. I have not thrifted since like Thursday, I think. Wednesday or Thursday. That's not usual for me, because I at least try to like dip into a store, because there's so many thrift stores here in South Florida. You hit a Goodwill every couple of blocks. That's like, let me see what's going on at Goodwill. So don't shop until it's all listed. A timer. This does not work for me because I don't like to be constricted by time. But there are people who will set a timer. And it's funny because I did this when I'm writing, I do this, but when it comes to listing, I can't do a timer. I just have to put on music and just keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. But a great productivity I couldn't leave it out, is to actually use a timer. Start and don't stop listing until that timer hits end, at the end of that 50 minutes or 45 minutes, however you want to do it. Batch list. This goes along with leaving your workspace the same way, leaving your workspace or getting it ready for the next day. So I love jeans. You guys know I love a denim. Okay, that's just my thing. That's what I like to list. That's what I like to sell. And so there are days, and this is great. See how my thoughts like jump from like one area to another? But you guys love me. You guys know how I think. This is really great for Poshmark because you can batch list based on the parties. Poshmark releases the parties that they're going to have the day before. So you'll get a little alert in your Poshmark app that'll say, we're having a best of jeans party at 12. We're having a best of shirts party at 3. We're having a spring chic party at 7 or 9 or whatever. And once you get that, you can actually go through your inventory or go through the stuff that you've bought and said, okay, tomorrow I'm going to make sure to, or tonight or today or whatever, I'm going to make sure to list X, Y, and Z to get them ready for parties. I do that a lot. That's probably what I do the most, is batch list. Once Poshmark comes out with that list of what the parties are going to be, I will go in and say, okay, I want to make sure that my jeans are done, that my shirts are done, that my spring dresses are done, whatever it is, so that I'm ready to share at the parties tomorrow. So batch listing is another hack. So this is a kind of short video, but I just wanted to bring you guys in because I get so many questions about Poshmark. And how to, I think that's the biggest thing, is listing. I don't know why it's so hard for us to list. Maybe because we're all shopaholics. That's why we're here, right? We love to shop, we love to thrift, we love the thrill of the hunt, but it's like to actually sit there and list. It's like, and I guess another productivity hack, because I don't necessarily feel that way anymore, is because I play music, and I play music that makes me want to get up and dance and move. You guys know that I'm on my physical fitness, so I'm always working on my steps. So make it a fun environment, and I have an office space that I can kind of decorate and make my own. So that's another productivity hack, is listen to music and get something that's going to get you in the mood to move, right? I love playing Prince. Who else do I play? I play all like I have like a London playlist of like all my dance music. My husband says whenever I'm in the car, it sounds like an LA nightclub. It is what it is, boo. I'm a Brit, right? I'm a Brit. Anyway, that's it. Oh, and I have a bonus for you. I actually put together an e-course. It's called Posh on the Side, and it answers all of the questions that I get from you guys who are on Poshmark and even on eBay, because I think they're both applicable, or these rules, or these notions are applicable to whatever you're doing within resale. I created Posh on the Side, and it is answering every question from pricing, from pictures, from where to thrift, to how I set my pricing. And I actually have eBay as a side hustle that is also in Teachable, but I haven't really been marketing it. But I get so many questions. Just to be a blessing to you guys, I'm going to re-release it on Teachable. The course is $29, and yes, I'm charging because I want you to really invest. This is your business. This is your future, and so it's a small cost for everything that you're going to do and how you're going to grow within your business. So there's Posh on the Side, and there's eBay as a side hustle. $29 at deondean.teachable.com. And so it's going to answer all the questions that you guys send me. I've decided to just create these courses and put it in there for you as a resource, just so you can go in and say, okay, let's talk about pricing. Let's go to module 1. Let's talk about taking pictures. Let's go to module 3. So there you go. Anyway, love you. Time to go back to work. Even doing these videos is an escape from having to list. But like Nicole says, you know, my boo Nicole stated, if you're not listing, you're not making money. And you know I'm about my coin. So eBay as a side hustle, Posh on the Side, both in Teachable. Take the course, let me know what you think, and grow your Poshmark, eBay, Tradesy, what's the other one, Mercury business. Let's get that coin for 2018. Bye.